Hello everyone, football lovers. Welcome to Footy Week Podcast, Episode 9, EPL Game Week 29 Review. Manchester is red. Manchester is red. My name is Ahis Anthony and I'm here with my co-host Chibuzor, and we're here with a female voice. You'll be hearing a female voice in the podcast. She'll be introducing herself. So let me just pass on the button of introduction.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the podcast. We hope you didn't miss us too much. He was alone last week. Today we have a fuller house. Hi Samyat.
Yeah.
Hi guys. This is Samyat. This is my first time on the podcast and it has been an eventful football week this weekend, and I'm glad to be here to talk about it.
Woo! Yay! Isn't it nice to hear a female voice on the podcast? And it's International Women's Day, right? So big up to... Yeah, what a coincidence. Can you see? That's so nice.
This is perfect timing.
So perfect timing on your debut on the podcast, Footy Week Podcast. Yeah, so we go straight, hit it straight. We saw a lot of matches over the weekend. But we saw Chelsea trouncing Everton 4-0. Arsenal, unbeaten in 8 matches, winning WestHam. Yeah, I know some people don't like that though, but never mind. Manchester United winning Manchester City 2-0. And we saw the other matches. We saw the other matches that went down as well. Liverpool, first match of the weekend, defeated AFC Bournemouth 2-1. Crystal Palace defeated Watford 1-0. A bit strange seeing Watford, quite good performance against Liverpool, ending Liverpool's unbeaten run and going to Crystal Palace home to capitulate. So bad. Sheffield United won Norwich City 1-0. Southampton lost at home to Newcastle United. Wolverhampton Wanderers shared the spoils with Brighton and Hove Albion. Burnley as well shared the spoils with Tottenham Hotspur 1-1. I would like us to start from there. Jose Mourinho. Where do we see Jose Mourinho going? I've said in previous podcasts, Chibuzo, Udoka, they've argued with me. They've thrown bottles at me saying Jose Mourinho still has it. But with the run that we've seen, does Jose Mourinho still have that Midas touch or magic touch? Please, Chibuzo, take it up from there.
Mr. Man, why are you expecting Jose Mourinho to do magic? How many years the club struggle with Liverpool?
See,
for me,
I'm still gonna have this argument. I'm still gonna have sorry for interjecting you.
He's struggling with his crop of players. He's struggling with this crop of players. Even your Arteta, is he doing? Yeah, he's playing. Yeah, he's getting some results. But then, for me, I just think like me and Udoka said. For me, it's just a crop of players. I don't know what is wrong with Tottenham. Like, they've had so many years of a certain mentality that has not paid off for them. And you don't expect... They have worse mentality than Arsenal experienced over the years. So, for me, football is no longer about having that stellar magic. You know, everybody's waking up. Everybody's giving you a run for your money. It's becoming more tactical, you know. So the era of being a very special one and being that very special one for 3, 4, 5 years, those years are over. You understand? For me, I also think that the crop of players that he inherited, I don't think they are bringing in the spoils for him.
Hey, the same crop of players played the Champions League final last season. The same set of players were the players that have qualified back to back to the Champions League.
The same set of players lost 7-0 to Bayern Munich and kept on losing until Mourinho came in.
See, I'm still, because I know we will still not meet or at the middle ground. But I would like Samuel to just wade in to this discussion. Jose Mourinho, do you think he still has that Midas touch which he brought into the Premier League in his early career?
I think Mourinho is an amazing manager. No way you look at it.
No doubt.
He has been amazing in the Premier League. You cannot dispute that fact. And his spell in Tottenham, his last few matches, it has not been very encouraging. And himself, I think, with Harry Kane out, and he still has some injury woes, and the players on the team, the mentality has not been very alright. Yes, it has been hard for him, and I think during the week he granted an interview, and he said something about the board choosing between this match they played.
Against Burnley.
Against Burnley, whether they win that or they win the Champions League, the Champions League match coming up, and now he has a draw on this match. I don't know. All eyes are on him now. Let's see the magic he wants to perform in the Champions League.
But as a proven coach, are you allowed to make such statements? Or is it trying to pass a message across to the board and the management?
It's just Mourinho. We are not new to this Mourinho process. To talk. That's Mourinho. That's the Mourinho we know and we are used to. He would always come out.
He keeps it real.
Yes, he does not go sideways or I'm here, I'm there. He just give it to you how it is. That's Mourinho. He does not know how to be in between. If you are very conversant with Mourinho, then you will be aware of this already. That's the Mourinho way. He does not care. Mourinho does not care. But I think he shouldn't have done that. But all eyes are on him now, and I hope they win the match, the Champions League match. I hope they do, but it's going to be a very tough one.
Well, because for me, I like to speak with facts. For Tottenham, it's been 5 matches since when they last won a match, and you've seen how dreadful they've been. Because did we have this spell? For me, I like to make comparison. While Pochettino was there as a coach, and now that Mourinho has taken over the Tottenham team, did you see at any time in Pochettino's reign where Tottenham went on a run of 5 matches without winning?
I don't have the stats, but
I don't have the stats too, but
without a Hurricane.
Remember, 2 seasons ago there was a period where Harry Kane went out for like two months. Other previous season, 2 seasons ago as well, Harry Kane didn't start the season as well. He didn't start the season with Tottenham. You know, for me, I'm going to slag Mourinho because the manner at which he signed or he took over the Tottenham job, he was doing his punditry work, where all of a sudden he needed a job by all means, and he started slagging off.
How do you know that?
Yeah, because we heard.
All of a sudden he needed a job. You heard what? Oh God.
No, we heard his analysis.
Probably Tottenham called him up now. It's not like he just needed a job all of a sudden. But you know was sacked first now, Abi?
No,
Yes, he was sacked first.
No, he was sacked first.
No. Una Emery was sacked.
Pochettino was sacked first.
No. As in, he was sacked first before Mourinho came in. It wasn't like
that's what I'm saying.
Like Mourinho did that.
He did the same thing. Yeah. He did the same thing for the Arsenal team when Una Emery was having troubles with the Arsenal team. Doing his punditry work, he said with the Arsenal players, with the Arsenal team, he can do this. Arsenal having this, Arsenal have one of the best squad in the Premier League. He can do this, he can do X, Y, Z. He can turn magic and do everything.
Selling himself.
Yes, Arsenal, because of the history he has with sorry Samuel, because of the history he has with Arsenal, you know the Arsenal fans, it was a no. They shut the door at him and, hey dude, we don't want you in our team. He saw that he couldn't make it there. He went straight, faced it, because at that time Pochettino was having issues with Tottenham. He said, okay, let me try the same luck, or let me try the same trick with Tottenham. And sadly,
Unai
Tottenham
Emery
bought
was
it.
not sacked there now. He's sacked.
No, as at that
Unai
time,
Emery wasn't sacked.
as at that time, Unai Emery was struggling with Arsenal. When Arsenal
Yes.
They
went,
were struggling in paradise already.
yeah, so, and he thought with his punditry work, he can analyze the whole team, give tidbits. I can do this, I can do that. He thought with that he was going to get the Arsenal job. Arsenal were almost close, or they attempted to sign him, but the Arsenal fans, they didn't want any of that. They didn't want any of Mourinho coming into or taking over. Some part of the fans still wanted it, but some majority didn't want it. Now, at that same time, Tottenham too was struggling, so he played the same trick, and he got the job. And now he got the job. I don't see any difference. Mourinho, I stand to be corrected, my personal opinion, but I don't see any difference Mourinho has brought to this team. Instead, he has brought them down on a downward spiral. Yeah, my opinion.
I think from this point of view, Pochettino has been with that team. He knows every cause and corner of the team. He practically built most of them. He brought them together, and he has been working for them. He has been working with them for a while now. Mourinho coming in now, he's not a magician. I know he's the special one, but he's not a magician. He has work to do with the team, obviously. And I think let's not just nail him just yet. This is Mourinho we are talking about. Let's just give him time. He's going to come in, and they are going to do better. I know the season is coming to an end, and he has to qualify for the Champions League next season. Everybody is fighting for the 5th position now, because that's the golden position now. And I think with time, Mourinho is going to perform wonders with this team. We just have to, let's not nail him yet. We know it's Mourinho. Everybody wants to nail Mourinho, but
I'm not even expecting him to perform wonders, like probably win the league or be unbeaten. Football has changed. But when he came to English football was a bit rigid, stiff, and I would like to use the word archaic. In fact, in Premiership then, the only teams that were like sort of advanced with the rest of the world were Arsenal and Manchester United. And he came into the Premiership with a new brand of football, a league where people used to play 4-4-2s, diamond shape, and he forced all the other teams to adjust. And the same thing that's happening with Klopp now. You understand? So
Yeah.
I am not saying that time of being the special one, that time has passed. It's just going to be a coach that probably just gets results here and get results there and get results there, and just be a not an average coach, not a bad coach. But if anybody's expecting him to do magic or to come and do an unbeaten run or that time has passed. That time has passed. Football has moved on. Football has changed.
I think people just need to get accustomed to the fact that even though he's Mourinho, he's still, you have to look at what he's working with now, and he's really not a magician. We can't just want him to just pull a fast one. It's going to take time working with the team, getting accustomed to everything. It's going to take time.
Well, because like I said, football, yeah. You just said it, Chibuzo. The time of unbeaten, but the point I'm trying to make is, you called him the special one. Granted, he was the special one. He's not the special one anymore, because seeing the results that has happened in the past 5 matches, the FA Cup where he lost, imagine Norwich City. We know what Mourinho brings to the table. We know the fear he puts in the opposition, his style of play, his tactics as a manager, what he does when he pulls out a team. Even if he pulls out a second string side, it will be very difficult for anybody, any club or any team, any opposition to beat him. But the point I'm trying to say is, that touch, that feel is no more there. I'm going to point out to the FA Cup match against Norwich City. They played at home, where they lost on penalty shootout. Come on. Yeah, I know, I understand. You guys said all that he doesn't have the players, but I just feel personally Mourinho has
There's
lost
a lot,
that
well,
touch.
you
Yep.
know, in coaching, there's a lot of emphasis on the players. You know, yes, you have an instruction or you have something you want to play against. If your players cannot execute it, there's nothing much that you can do. How do you think that Mourinho got to Italy and it was like a match made in heaven, where he had Goran Pandev, Eto, Milito, all those guys playing the exact thing that he wanted. Where he
everything was on ground for him.
Everything was just it was coincidental in a way, because I'm not really sure he signed a lot of players, but what he wanted, he wanted to play a one man up front, inverted wingers who can fall back, who are strong, who are athletic. You understand? And since he left Inter, I don't think he has had that kind of a team. When he came to Man U and tried to make his forwards to fall back, people were complaining that it's not a Man U way to play or this and that. But you all know that Mourinho does well when he has a very strong centre forward, a Drogba centre forward, a Milito centre forward, shield off two defenders. What they call it, this kind of play where you have a target man, hold up play, those kind of things. Now he doesn't in Tottenham, he doesn't even have the target man. He tries to use Son, tries to use different players. So for me,
Son is out, Hurricane is out.
It's just unfortunate that it's happening. And then yes, we can, if you just put yourself in the shoes of the board, yes, we'll be disappointed, but then I don't think there's really much that he can do per se. Let's just him, because I'm surprised that you are giving Mourinho these hits, but then you are not giving what's his name, Arteta, this kind of hits.
We're gonna get there.
He's expected of
It's a little bit biased. I have not to understand what you're doing.
Hey, come on, man. You guys slow your roll, man. What's with the because of an Arsenal fan?
We're all pampering Arteta, me and Udoko. Yes, joining you to pamper Arteta and all that, but now it's just been hard on Mourinho. Come on.
Well,
come on. Tit for tat.
Yeah, tit for tat, but we're still gonna get there. We're still gonna get to Arteta. But the draw at Burnley. See Tottenham drop down the table, and they're now in 8th position with 41 points. And guess who's behind them? Arsenal, 40 points with a game in hand. So imagine if Arsenal wins that match at Man City at the City Stadium, they go ahead. They go on top of Tottenham. So moving on straight to Arsenal. Arsenal won West Ham. Was a London derby. They won West Ham 1-0. It was a bit of a boring match. Like the apprentice against the senior, David Moyes against his student Arteta, because Arteta learned under David Moyes as a player and as a player and also as a coach. How did you guys see that game?
It was a drop. It was just there.
Yeah, it wasn't a very exciting match, but Arsenal got the win. Good for them. They moved up the six. Yeah, the 3 points is very important for this point.
Yeah, so that was the point I wanted to make. So would you prefer pretty football, scrappy, drabby football, pretty football, 2 points or 0 points?
I prefer 3 points. I prefer 3 points anytime, any day, and that's the Mourinho's way.
Oh jeez, please.
It's still good. It's still good to enjoy the match.
Pragmatic, rough it out. Because see, let me tell you something, guys. It's not easy. It's not easy, man. You can just stay at home and just there are some matches that are very, very tough. Like you are playing against a team, and maybe that day is not just your day as a team, or many of the players, it's not just their day. It happens because you're playing how many matches? You're playing 38 matches. You understand? So there are some days that will just be that off. Things are not working well and all that. So at that point, you just need to just get the win. Yes, some teams go out of their way to play beautiful football. based on club philosophy, based on the coach's philosophy. But then, at the end of the day, it's still 3 points that matters because nobody gets an award for the most entertaining team. Nobody gets awards for some stats.
Yeah, some stats. Yeah,
is judged
beautiful football.
Of points that you're making. Yeah, beautiful football is good though. It's fine because the thing is your fans are coming to be entertained. Football. Let's not forget that football is first an entertainment. That's why people come into the stands or come into the stadium to come and watch. Just like a stage play or a coming to the cinema. And then if it's not interesting in the sense that okay, it's either of two things. Either maybe they play beautiful football or the match is quite electrifying, missed chances, beautiful some show of skill, some goals, Let's not forget, I also will not forget that football is entertaining, but then there are some days that it just doesn't or won't work out.
Yeah, it won't work out for you. You just have to be scrappy.
Yeah. And just go home. You get. So that's how I just see it. That's how I see it. You shouldn't crucify the Arsenal team for playing a ball first or for playing a very scrappy game. They got their 3 points. They are closer to Tottenham. You understand?
Yeah.
And all that.
They're just 1 point behind Tottenham.
Yeah,
they moved
Tottenham will wish they beat Burnley 1-0.
Yeah. So you mentioned, or we mentioned Arteta. So now we're on Arteta's case. So Arteta, ever since he took over Arsenal on the 20th of December, he has only lost one league game. And also what he has done, what he has made Arsenal to be, he has made Arsenal to be one, more difficult to defeat or more difficult to beat. And we've seen Arsenal show that they can play good football and also play that scrappy football to win. A case in point, their second league match at Stamford Bridge, where Arsenal went a man down. David Luiz was sent off 26th minute in the game, and Arsenal went ahead to draw that match. And Arsenal of before would have been whooped silly in that match, going a man down on the 26th minute. And also against Burnley away at the Turf Moor, against Crystal Palace, they went a man down as well. They were still able to nick a point. Even against Burnley couldn't score Arsenal at the Turf Moor. They were able to nick a point. And that's another thing he has been able to make Arsenal go away and get a deserving result. Unlike the days of Arsene Wenger himself, in the last years of Arsene Wenger, 3 years. And also Unai Emery. I hate to mention that guy's name. Yeah, his away record is so pathetic, but Arteta has been able to solidify Arsenal one way or the other, except you guys don't want to agree to that.
No, I quite agree to that. I'm very what's it called? I am not a biased football.
Are you saying I'm biased?
You say that, Sha. It can be your opinion, it can be whatever, but we've seen improvement. I would not, and I repeat, I would not see yellow and call it black.
Yeah. So
I've seen the improvement. The improvement is there. You understand? The improvement is there for all to see, and is just unfortunate that if you now want to talk about Mourinho, then you have to talk about an Arteta, and then now try to draw parallels. But then on the scorecards of coaches that have come up this season, mid-season or during the season to take up an EPL team, I think Arteta has just been magical. Even Ancelotti is trying to get his foot, right, feel and all that. But Arteta is doing well. He's really, really doing well. Hi, Samiat, what do you think?
Yeah, he has done well. We all know what Emery left behind for Arsenal. It was not a good look on them at all. He
left a pack of rubbish.
He came in and he has solidified the team. I think let's see when the transfer window opens who he brings in, and I think it's going to be much more exciting next season. he's really doing well with the team.
Yeah, just to add to the stats, out of 8 Premier League games, he has won 4 and drawn 4, the longest in Arsenal's current run in all competitions. And Arsenal also have been able to keep 3 clean sheets in their past 4 league games, as many as they had in their previous 23. Come on. Unai who?
Yeah,
Unai Emery.
Arsenal and clean sheets.
No, because...
But there's one discipline in...
Yeah, Samet. Samet, you wanted to say something?
I said Arsenal has been far from clean sheets.
Yeah, come
I
on.
said there's more discipline in this team. You can easily tell he's performed.
Yeah, like you mentioned, the transfer window, a lot of players will be pushed out, because even while he came in, for example, Maitland-Niles had not been a regular starter. We can see some players. He's going to ship out some players, and he's going to bring in some new players as well. And their next game is, for me, that's where everybody, I guess, all football fans, be it neutrals as well, if you're not an Arsenal fan or a Manchester City fan, that is the game everybody is waiting for, where both of them will collide, Arteta and Guardiola. Let's see the masterpiece. Let's see who thought each other better or who knows it better. So Arsenal will be playing Manchester City. Yeah, the game they have in hand on Wednesday.
On Wednesday.
Yeah. So it's where do you see that game tilting to?
See, for me, I just want to see football. This one you're talking about, who's the master? Come on, that guy. You're just putting pressure on your own coach. You're putting pressure on your coach. Just play the game. Just enjoy the game.
Don't you think?
See what comes out.
Yes, I know, but Arsenal, in one hand, are trying to catch up with the guys at the top. Manchester City, yes, they've given up the title chase, but they will still want to finish second. But don't you think Arteta has a point to prove? Or you guys don't think so?
I think it's more one-sided. I think it's just more one-sided for Arteta. They need to come up. They need to win more.
They need to win more. It's not about.
Yeah.
It's not about beating Godolia.
I don't think that's a very, very okay comparison. Comparing Guardiola to Arteta.
No. I'm not. No. Wait, come on, guys. Easy, man. No, I never.
So biased.
No, hello. I never mentioned Arteta being better than Guardiola. Come on. If I say so, that's.
You are pitching something about a comparison.
Okay.
If I heard it clearly, that's not
You know, there will be times where the person who has been learning under you will come out better than you. It happens. So, like I said, while I said prior to bringing this topic on, like, it's a match everybody has been waiting for. Manchester, we want to see Arteta and Guardiola come head on against each other. Arteta has learned a lot under Guardiola, no doubt, because he has been under him for 3 years. And let's see. Yes, like you said, football, you want to watch good football. You want to see what each coach brings onto the pitch that day. But don't you think at the back of Guardiola's mind, he would know, or he will be thinking, Arteta knows everything that I know?
He cannot know everything now.
Come on, are you kidding? Are you kidding me?
He might. I think Arteta might have the playbook, but he does not have it.
So Arteta can know everything that Pep knows, but Pep cannot know everything that Arteta knows. Can you see how one-sided?
No. I am not saying no. In this instance, Guardiola is far at the top.
Better.
See, there is no. That's what I'm saying. There is no doubt about it. Guardiola is the best right now, or is better than Arteta. Since we're comparing both, We don't need any soothsayer to tell us that. But what I'm trying to say is, this guy knows Guardiola like the back of his palm. He knows. That's what I'm saying. That don't you think? I'm trying to look for the right word. Don't you think there will be this thing behind psychologically on Guardiola's mind that this guy that I'm facing has been with me for 3 years. He knows my secrets. He knows everything. He has my secret book. He knows if I do this, he knows what I'm saying, even without talking. If I tell my players when I'm setting out the team formation, he knows the team formation that I might likely set out. He knows the players. He interacted with all the players. He interacted with each and every one of them. So don't you think it will be in the back of a Guardiola's mind that, oh, this guy I'm going against will probably know what I'm bringing out that day? That's just my point.
I don't think Guardiola will be shaking this Arteta or anything in this match. I mean, there is always the case of the student and the master.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's just one of those things. It's just going to be a regular student versus master game. It's going to be a fun game to watch. But I don't think Guardiola will be scared to his pants to face Arteta or anything like that.
A good
It's going to be an amazing match.
So a good example, let me just segue a bit. A good example is Chelsea, Tottenham.
Lampard versus Mourinho.
We saw how Lampard, because we saw how Lampard did the double over Mourinho this season already, home and away, emphatic beating. It
doesn't make him better than Mourinho.
I am not saying he's better
as a coach.
That's what I'm saying. I am not saying Lampard has not done quarter of what Mourinho has done.
Quarter 10%. I can't even go 10%.
So I'm even being.
Mourinho
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I was even being benevolent, giving him comparing quarters. Can you imagine? So, but we saw when both of them went onto the field of play. We saw the tactics. I know Lampard would know what Mourinho was going to do, how he's going to set up, what he's going to do. His plan A, his plan B, his plan C. So that's the point that I'm trying to make here. That Arteta.
I'm trying to make. Yeah, makes sense. I get your point. So it's just that you started with the comparison thing. If you didn't start with, I don't think we'll have this opera.
Oh, apologies for that.
If you are saying that, because they've worked so close together, he'll probably be able to second guess or even guess what Pep is trying to achieve because they've been close. Yes, fine. But then, would he be able to counter what Pep is trying to achieve, or will he be able to, that's a different ball game entirely, you understand?
Yeah.
Lampard Spurs. We have just discussed how Mourinho is struggling with Spurs. On any day, Mourinho had these tools. I mean, come on, who is Lampard? You understand? But for me, I just want to enjoy the game, and I don't want to look at it as a comparison. But then I get your point. Arteta is in all the coaches in the Premier League now. He's the one that knows where Pep sleeps. He knows what Pep eats.
Yeah.
You understand. So I think I get your point on that. So that's going to put a little bit of excitement in the game. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun game.
I hold my hands up high.
And that was what Samia said. He said the game is going to be very interesting. You understand? Yes. So we're not boxing to the corner. Your point makes sense in the sense that your point is what is going to make the game interesting. You understand?
So I hold my both hands up high. I will never in my life compare Arteta to Guardiola. Who does that? Come on. Who does that?
Thank you for clearing that up.
Please, I just needed to clear that. So moving on straight, talking about still on Lampard, Chelsea, they trashed Everton 4-0. I think we don't need to dwell much on that because we might dwell on that lightly, but because Chelsea, they had a fast start today. They didn't allow Everton settle. They just rushed them from it was like an onslaught from the beginning. Goals from Mount, Pedro, Willian, and Giroud. So where do we see Chelsea? Do we see them still hanging on to that position?
Yeah, because I don't believe Man is going to make use of. They never ever made use of their momentum this season. I want to be surprised, but then I cannot also bank that they would, make that push from now to the end of the season. Anything can happen. Bruno Fernandes is here, causing issues, creating magic.
That guy is just running up and down the field, disturbing everybody.
You understand?
Chai.
So that's the only thing I can hold on to as a joker for Manchester United. And then our own Igalo, he has. In fact, we'll get there. So, like you said, for Chelsea, Chelsea has a point to prove, and they are sort of. I think they are sort of more qualified than the other guys below them in a way to get that fourth position, except something wrong happens along the line. You understand? But then, thumbs up to Lampard. First season in EPL, is doing very well, very, very well. Nobody expected it to be this impressive. Yeah. So, like, an answer to your question, I think Chelsea is like not the match against Everton. Is bringing back their seriousness. They are laying claim to what they think is theirs. Samuel, what do you think?
Yeah, prior to the match, I didn't see the match being an easy win for Chelsea. I was quite surprised with the result. They came in and they did the job neatly. It was amazing. Mason Mount was wonderful. Barkley was amazing. Billy Glamour was that boy is just performing wonders. This is first EPL start, and he was amazing. It was really amazing. We saw him last week in the FA Cup. Yeah, it was amazing.
The way he dealt with Fabinho, just in there to drop that in.
Yes, coming to the match, I was thinking it was going to be a draw or maybe a 2-1 win for Chelsea. I didn't see this 4-0, but it was a nice one. This is a nice one for Lampard, still holding on to the fourth position. I think Manchester United had their chance. Chelsea had a lot of slip-ups, and then he didn't make use of it. So we just hope the UEFA ban on Man City stands now. That was our only golden hope, and we hope we can make the fifth position. I don't see Chelsea slipping up from that fourth position. We just really hope the UEFA ban stands. That's all I'm thinking for now.
Well,
I don't see Chelsea up from that fourth position.
Ancelotti's return to the Stamford Bridge was not a good one, because his team was stomped 4-0, and he just showed, in our previous podcast we mentioned recycling of coaches, and I think I just don't want to whip up this here so that we don't start arguing or going into it already. Like I said, when Everton signed Ancelotti, I mentioned it here, it's just one of those process where you just recycle coaches, because I really don't see what he's going to bring to this Everton side.
Which I agree.
Yeah. So moving on straight, we move to the other side of Merseyside, which is Liverpool. How I wish you guys were here last week for us to celebrate the unbeaten run.
Arsenal the majority celebrating.
Come on.
The majority is celebrating.
Come on, do you know what it takes for you to go? Do you know what it takes for you to go 38 matches in a season without losing your O, without your O being taken? And see, come on, I don't know what happened. There was this battle on Twitter last weekend. Manchester United fans battling, stifling, bantering, fighting Arsenal fans. Come on, it's unbeaten record, you people's record.
No, it's your record now, but if you carry it on your head now.
Yes, we have to.
You have turned to bad.
See,
you have turned to bad BLFC. No, carry your own golden trophy and if another person wants to win golden trophy, let them win the golden trophy now. It's unfortunate that they've lost it, but then and now they're just celebrating. That is African mentality.
It was quite unfortunate though, because Liverpool has been amazing this season. It was really quite unfortunate they lost it.
Yes,
African mentality. I want to have. I don't want them to have.
It is not an African mentality. It is not an African mentality then, because it is not only.
I think it's just banter. It's just
that's what I'm saying.
It's just banter.
It is not only African. It is not only Nigerians that celebrated.
I'm not saying only Nigerians. I'm not saying the whole Arsenal worldwide, Arsenal international. That's why you guys doing like this now. What kind of beef is this now?
See, it is not.
I'm disappointed.
No, really, you don't have to be. Well, won't be surprised if you're disappointed, because you're not an Arsenal fan, you're a Manchester United fan, so definitely.
I'm always disappointed. I'm disappointed by
the point is, we discussed it here on the podcast. We said it. The signs were there. Like, rewind back to the match against Norwich City, where they struggled. They really did struggle. And also the match against, I think the thing started from after the winter break. When they got back, Norwich City, it was a struggle, 1-0. Mane had to come in. They went to Atletico. Diego Simeone showed us how, they can beat Liverpool. And they took that match into WestHam game at Anfield. They won due to errors, schoolboy errors by Fabianski. That's West Ham goalkeeper, former Arsenal goalkeeper though. And going into that Watford match, nobody gave Watford credit. Nobody saw this coming. But teams from both ends of the table, Liverpool were first, Watford won. They were in 19th position, 20th position. They needed to get out of the relegation zone. But they did what they need to do. Imagine playing Liverpool and restricting Liverpool to just one shot on goal the entire 90 minutes. So we knew it was going to come, but in that manner it was dreadful. But they had to stand up against AFC Bournemouth. Bournemouth scored an early goal. We thought, hey, it was going to happen again. But Mane, they had to stand up. Mane, Salah, they stood up. They gave Liverpool 2 goals. And Liverpool won, not convincingly though, but they won 2-1.
Hey man, your unbeaten season. Didn't you guys draw some matches?
Yeah, apparently 12 matches.
You guys you drew some matches now, so I don't understand this.
And Liverpool,
there was a match.
Liverpool has more points than Arsenal unbeaten season right now.
There was a match they played against Man U. So, according that match, who was the striker that missed the sitter? No, it was not Man U. I think it was Sports. Was Yakubu?
Yeah, it was Yakubu. Yeah,
and that game ended.
It ended.
You guys played draw, and these guys have been winning. I beg now.
No. Credit needs to be given to Liverpool, but we just knew they were not that invincibility status.
They are more invincible than you guys. Come on.
Liverpool has more points than Arsenal entire points from the invincible season.
Yes, even
you can't.
Even with the win on Saturday against Bournemouth, took them to 27 games. They've won this season already. 27 games, they've won 27, and the unbeaten season for Arsenal, they won 26 games. Yeah, I'm not saying Liverpool, they're in that they are not good, they are, but we don't need to forget the competition this season, how other teams have flopped, how other teams have wumbled and fumbled to where they've given Liverpool that utmost advantage. Because imagine if other teams, look at the point difference, 22, 25 today. Come on.
But they won their matches now.
No doubt.
You can't say no. This thing you are saying, you are trying to water down. You're trying to water down their. As an Arsenal fan now, why are you doing like this?
Why do you like bringing this Arsenal fan into
it? It's just what they do.
Trying to water it down. Other teams have points.
That's the Arsenal way. That's the Arsenal way.
the way they've played, that constant pressure, nobody has been able to find a way to play on that same level with them or find a way around it. Watford's games were against run of play. Were they not against the run of play? The Watford goals. You understand? So it's more like in the days when you want to try to study how to beat Barca and you said, okay, we know Barca is going to hold the possession, but then when we get our chances, we have to score those chances because they will always be with the ball. The way Liverpool have played this season, we still said on this podcast that they are going to pay for it in terms of the energy level or the fitness or whatever, how the team
is
because
it's
they're
telling
playing
already.
that very, very, very intense.
Yeah, it's telling already.
Yes, telling for the way they play, nobody has an answer yet. Nobody has that answer yet.
Oh,
Yes,
Watford had the answer.
You are already certain.
Watford didn't have the
that
answer.
no.
Watford won the match. They didn't have the answer. Did you watch that match?
Yes, I
They
did.
dominate Liverpool.
Well, they didn't dominate, but football is about scoring goals.
They didn't
So
outsmart them. Yes, so that, like I said, those goals were against the run of play. You understand? They were ball just comes in, and it wasn't like Watford beat an attack from the back and bypass the iron midfield of Liverpool and then got a goal. But yes, they won the match. I have Liverpool fans that have been very, very talkative this season, and yeah, I was quite happy that they lost, so that I'll be able to say something to those guys. But then I just want to give it to Liverpool. They've really played very well this season, and we shouldn't try to in any way diminish.
no, we wouldn't do that.
Even with that Watford loss, man, they've had a stellar season of records. No, come on.
So that leaves Liverpool two games shy of being crowned champions.
Yes,
Because Manchester City lost just six more points, and even with the match, it's I've seen Liverpool go unbeaten in 55 league matches at Anfield. Wow, that's a record. 55 league matches. Damn. And Mohamed Salah
has had an excellent.
Yes, they had. But and also Mohamed Salah being the first player to score 20 goals in all competition in 3 consecutive seasons. And also he has scored 70 goals, 70 Premier League goals, for Liverpool. The sad thing for Liverpool is, imagine how I'll feel so gutted as a Liverpool fan, right? If I were a Liverpool fan, I'll feel so gutted because having going 44 games unbeaten, and in that 44 games unbeaten stretch, we didn't win a trophy in that space of 44 games. And look at the records we've set. In that 44 games, they only lost one, which was against Manchester City, and they drew 5 or 4. Comparing it to the Arsenal's 49 unbeaten, where they drew 12, and also they drew like 13 or 14 in that 49 unbeaten run. So I will be so gutted right now, like going 44 games unbeaten, we couldn't win the league. Though they'll be crowned champions at the end of the season, because one crazy thing about that unbeaten is once you lose, it will start counting again. So crazy.
Yes.
So crazy. But they're just two games shy of being crowned champions. And I was telling an Arsenal fan of mine, and I'm like, yes, we're all jubilating now that unbeaten run is snatched, or the unbeaten run has come to an end. But put at the back of your mind that the return leg at the Emirates Stadium, you give Liverpool a guard of honor. because as at then they'll be crowned champions. So you have to just do that guard of honor, man. Crazy. So the win against Bournemouth, see Liverpool 87 points, 25 points ahead of Manchester City. So we'll move straight to Manchester City derby. The Manchester derby. Manchester United is red. Manchester, a whole, is red.
The whole of Manchester.
The whole of Manchester. Yeah, thank you, Samia, for correcting
every corner,
me.
every street, the whole of Manchester is red.
Yeah, I can see the ginger already. I can see the ginger. Crazy. So, like, I like, come on, you just have to put the champagne on ice. United has done it twice over Manchester City, because since the last time Manchester United did this was the last season of Alex Ferguson, where they did the double over City, and also so Anthony Martial too set another record, scoring against Manchester City twice this season in the two legs. I think Cristiano Ronaldo did that last in 2005-2006 season, where he scored home and away against Manchester City. So I'm going to leave you Manchester United fans to do the honors on this match, analyze this match. Let me just step aside and take it up from there.
And let me just start. I'll keep mine short so that Samiat can talk a lot more. Well, two things. No De Bruyne, no Partey. Number one. Number two, Bruno Fernandes. You can call that guy's name a million times. He has changed the fortunes of the red part of Manchester. For me, this were the two factors. One side not having De Bruyne and the other side having the Bruno Fernandes. A free kick, Samiat, please just finish the work for me.
It was an excellent performance there. I think Manchester City is actually hard not to miss Kelvin. It's actually very hard. You feel his impact immediately that he's not in the team, but that was bad anyways.
But wait, is he injured?
Yes, he is.
Oh, so he's going to miss the Arsenal's match.
I am not quite sure how serious.
I'm not sure.
I only ask the questions. Come on.
Oh Lord. Okay, Sammy, are you saying something?
Yes, it was an amazing match, and I think it's a great win for Manchester United. You can see the impact of Bruno Fernandes. Manchester United has not lost any match since he started playing Manchester United.
7 matches.
He has been the magician we have been craving for. We thought he was going to be Pogba, but we have Bruno Fernandes now, and we can see the instant impact. We can see the first goal was just amazing. See the chemistry between himself and Martial. It was excellent, and I think Ederson he had a terrible day today. He had a very terrible day today. He made
really terrible. Really terrible.
It was a bad day for him, and the McTominay goal was another excellent, beautiful goal. It was just a good day in Manchester today. It was an amazing win. I know Ole will be very happy, and it's a boost for the team. We need this going forward. The European League. Yeah, we just need that ginger. It's what we have been missing all these games. So I think it's a very good boost for Manchester United. Happy with the result. Very, very happy with the result. The team. I watched the first leg we won. People, you saw the first leg.
Yeah,
we're playing it was a 2-1. I think 2-1. Yeah, we won 2-1.
2-1 defeat to Manchester City.
Yeah, that match. Like the. I think the last 20 minutes, everybody was on the edge of their seat. But this one, it was not really like that. There was more confidence. Like we're more calm. We're just enjoying the match. It's been a big improvement, and I think Ole is getting his book right now. It's good. This is good for Manchester United.
So it's
amazing.
Is it certified for us to say Ole is back on the wheel?
Bruno Fernandes is performing magic.
Bruno Fernandes is the one on the wheel.
Bruno Fernandes is performing magic right now.
He's on the wheel. He's on the wheel.
The passion.
I heard.
Really...
I hear that he even directs set piece doing trainings. Like he has just come and showing that guys, let's do this.
Wow.
And you can see the impact.
So he's on the wheel. Ole can come later, but for now, Bruno Fernandes is on the wheel.
Okay, so Samyat made mention of Paul Pogba. So where do you guys see Paul Pogba filling into this Manchester United team? Because him being wanting to be the alpha male, that's certain. Like when he comes back, when he's fully fit to play, where do you see Paul Pogba coming? How do we see, or how would you guys see Paul Pogba fitting into this team with the impact Bruno Fernandes has been making?
For me, while not trying to sound ungrateful, there's been this dangling reality or outcome that Pogba would leave Man U to another club. But then if he ever comes back, I just think he needs to work with Bruno Fernandes, man. He will enjoy it. He'll enjoy it. Probably play where Fred is playing currently, or maybe only being very adventurous and having two guys, and leaving one man behind. I don't know, but it's either of those two. It's either he's going to play where Fred is currently playing, or he goes up front to join Bruno Fernandes. But then about the alpha male thing, see, when Ibrahimovic was there, was it an alpha male thing? He couldn't, because Ibrahimovic is the man, that kind of a thing. So for me, if he wants to destroy the team and bring back the negative chakra or the negative vibes, then he will have to do what you are hinting at. But then if he wants the team to continue, Pogba comes to the game, to the team, and he throws his own passes, he goes forward to get goals, everybody can share in this thing. It's actually a win-win. It's actually a win-win for everybody, you understand? So where I see him playing, he can, play where Fred is, he'll use his passes from deep positions, or join up in the attack. But then, please, he shouldn't come back with the vibe of, I want to run things. He can run things together with Bruno Fernandes. You understand? That's why I think.
I hope that happens. Yes, I'm here to say.
Why are you laughing?
Pogba, we don't know his stance. I think he still wants to leave. What I feel is if he wants to go, I think he should go. I'm a big fan of Pogba. I like Pogba on and off the field. I like Pogba. I'm a big fan of his, but some of his matches prior to his injury, you see, Pogba is an excellent player, controls the midfield, and he does all of that. His passes are fantastic. But sometimes when Pogba loses so much possession and he does not fight, there's not that fight in him. Let me go get the ball back. He just relaxes. There's that vibe with Pogba. Like he wants out. That's the way I see it. It's like he wants out. So if he really wants out, I think he should go. It will be good if he goes to Juve. He's going to do amazing there. Link up with Ronaldo and the rest. And if he wants to go to Madrid, it will be they're going to find a way to fit him in. But if he wants to stay, if he decides that okay, I want to stay at Manchester, I don't know how Ole wants to play it, but I think a combination of Pogba and Fernandes in the midfield, it is going to be very powerful. It's going to be an amazing one, and you should just come in, enjoy the ride. There's no alpha male anything here. Let everybody just play, enjoy the ride. That's my take on it.
Yeah, but I mentioned in the previous podcast that for me, a combination of McTominay, Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes will be so magical. Only if the coach knows how to blend the three, because Pogba is an asset that any team would want to have. But I would just it's left for Manchester United to make it work. It's left for Ole Gunnar to make it work, to see how he can blend, make Pogba sit down and concentrate on Manchester United. Because if he decide, or if he drops the hints and says he wants to leave, you see all teams in Europe, their tails will be up looking for how to sign him. But I think the combination.
I don't think sorry for interrupting you. I don't think there needs to be a sit down with Ole. Pogba is an amazing player, but if he wants out, I think he should really go, because there is this thing with Pogba. If his heart is not in it, you are going to see the effect in the game. So if he really wants out of Manchester, I think he should go. But if he still wants to stay, then it's going to be an amazing season for us next season. We are going to make magic happen. But if he wants to go, it's a big catch. And everybody wants Pogba.
Anybody.
You have the money, right?
Anybody.
But we don't want to lose.
Yeah.
If you have money.
Yeah. So we've done all the rounds. We've done all the review for all the matches. And there's still one thing I would like us to discuss before we round up. Coronavirus. You know, there is a popular slang in Nigeria here. People talking to coronavirus as if coronavirus is a human being. I see your elder brother come. Try with pursue him. You won't go enter our land. We go pursue you too. But what impact do we see coronavirus playing in the EPL? Because it was mentioned that imagine if they had to put a stop to the EPL, then you have to crown Liverpool champions. Or you might not. Liverpool might not be crowned champions because the Premier League didn't finish properly because it had to be put on hold, or it had to put to a stop because of coronavirus. It has hit Italy so bad, and as football fans, we hope and we pray it doesn't hit the Premier League, because that's what we love and that's what we watch weekly. So what's your take on it, guys? I think Samuel wanted to say something. Yeah.
I think the UK government, they are trying to contain it. I think they are doing a much better job than the Italian, because I think I read the news this evening that the Italian football president is thinking of halting the whole season. The Italian government generally, they want to put a ban to football events, cinema events, almost all public events is going to come to an halt.
Yes.
And I think if the Liverpool, most of the matches this week, the players didn't come out with the children and they didn't shake hands.
Yeah, there was no handshake. Yeah, there were no handshakes.
Yeah, so you can see the impact. Everybody is being very careful, but I don't know how it's going. I hope they still contain it till the end of the season in England, and I hope there is a cure soon, because the Olympic now is not looking very good.
Yeah, it could be cancelled. I
cannot imagine the Olympics without the fans. Like everything indoor, it wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Part of the game, the fans and the game, everything comes together, works together.
We just hope, and we, EPL is what we watch every weekend. That's what gives us joy, and that's why we're having this podcast, and having to be stopped or put to a halt by coronavirus. Come on, it's for the Italy's case, the number of infection in the country has risen 25% increase. From 7,375 infected person. Come on, from 5,883 persons to 7,375 persons. And yeah, we're battling. We're doing our best in this part of the world, Nigeria. I know they are doing their best to battle and fight corona. Football games are still going on in Nigeria, but we hope it doesn't put an end to EPL. Chibuzo, are you there? So we could have your take on this coronavirus issue.
I really don't know what to say because we can't really predict. We can't really predict how it's going to end or how widespread it's going to be. For me, I just think if these said countries are doing what they are supposed to do, not letting their guards down in order to curb it, it might be contained. But then, it's just going to be unfortunate that football is paused, the Olympics is paused for. You're just going to put a very, very dark impression on 2020. We're all optimistic about 2020. The number the year has and how unique it is and how nobody envisaged something like this would happen. So
true, nobody saw this coming.
For me, nobody saw this coming. So it's no longer a thing of wishing. So countries just to find a way to deal with it. And then if it gets bad, I pray it doesn't get too bad. Because Sema just mentioned the Olympics and it never even occurred to me. Mm-hmm. I didn't even remember the Olympics was this year and it's in Japan, right?
Yes, Tokyo.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it's Tokyo.
They are thinking of cancelling or postponing.
Oh, and if it's postponed, it's just going to mess up the Olympic cycle of 4 years and all that. Yeah. So it's just. I'm just even feeling bad, this realization. I just hope it doesn't get to that. I hope it doesn't get to that.
Yes, we keep hoping and we keep praying for coronavirus to be put to an end, because the loss itself it has cost to people lives. Most importantly, it's not been so good. But we will try our best to stay healthy, to be hygienic, and do the right thing, not to get infected. So I don't like the way this podcast ended on a sad note. Coronavirus, go punish you. Yeah, it's been lovely. It's been good reviewing the week 29 EPL matches with you guys. Samiat, the female in the building. It's so loving when you hear a female analyze football. The way Samiat is just analyzing football. See the lines that she has been throwing. That's good. Thumbs up, man. Thumbs up. So Samiat, there's something we do at the end of every show. We predict the games for the next coming week. Though we're trying to put a price to this, but we've not really agreed yet. Chibuzo, have we? No, we haven't. On Football podcast, we have not done that. We just mentioned it. But what we just do is we look at the top 6, the games for next week, we predict, and next week, while we'll come to do the review, who gets it or who predicts right, or whoever has the right predictions wins for that week. So I've been a champion before. Udokuto have been a champion before. This Chibuzo guy, this is my United fan. He's the last 2 champions, so let me know. Let me know rep him.
Just calm down, Abi.
Yeah, just calm down. So we will not look at Leicester City, Aston Villa. They play tomorrow to complete the game, week 29. Manchester City, Arsenal, they play on Wednesday. So we're not going to look at that. So we'll look at the next game, week 30 matches. So we just look at the top 6. Watford versus Leicester City, Brighton and Hove Albion versus Arsenal, Manchester City versus Burnley, Aston Villa versus Chelsea, West Ham United versus Wolverhampton Wanderers, and Tottenham Hotspur versus Manchester United. And there goes the derby, Everton versus Liverpool.
Don't make me start my own.
No, Samet should go first. Come on. Hey, guy, relax. Samet should go first. Samet should go first. Samet, please go first. So, Watford, Leicester City. You could decide to say draw. You could decide to stay in the middle, draw, or a win for whoever. Win or a draw. You can predict a draw, or you can predict a win. So, Watford, Leicester City.
I think Leicester should have that one.
Okay, so Brighton.
Leicester should come in and have that one.
So Brighton and Hove Albion versus Arsenal. Arsenal is away.
I've seen the small teams coming to shock everybody now. Maybe a draw.
I know you're not going to give it to Arsenal. I know. Beef. Aston Villa versus Chelsea. Aston Villa versus Chelsea.
I see Chelsea winning that one.
Okay, so Tottenham Hotspur versus Manchester United. I know you pick already.
Well, current statistics and all of that, we are easily having that one. Manchester United is having that one.
You first speak one grammar first. Whatever. Everton versus Liverpool.
Bruno Fernandes and all of that. Yeah.
So Everton versus Liverpool.
Going to be an interesting one, but I think Liverpool should win that.
Okay, so West Ham United versus Wolverhampton Wanderers.
I'll give it to Wolves. Amazing. I'll give it to Wolves.
Wow.
They were not amazing.
Okay, so Chibuzo.
Wolves is winning, Arsenal is winning, Manchester City is winning, Man U is winning, Liverpool is winning, Leicester is winning.
Wow. Okay, so Watford versus Leicester City. I'm going to give it to Watford. Brighton and Hove Albion versus Arsenal. I'm going to give it to Arsenal. Manchester City Burnley. Manchester to pick that one. Aston Villa Chelsea. That's going to end in a draw. It's going to end in a draw. West Ham United versus Wolverhampton Wanderers. West Ham United winning that. Tottenham Hotspur versus Manchester United. Boom! It's going to end in a draw. You don't expect me to give it to Tottenham. Never. Manchester United. Never. So it's going to end in a draw. Everton Liverpool. Everton winning. Everton is going to win.
Come back and make it work back next week.
Everton is going to win. So everybody keep your predictions.
You said Wolves is going to lose.
Yeah,
Wolves is going to lose to
West Ham is going to win Wolverhampton Wanderers.
With the Jota and Hernandez in front. Let's see how it goes.
Tottenham Hotspur is going to draw. They're going to share the scores.
Because you guys won. Are you trying to compensate West Ham for losing to you guys?
Guy, you had your prediction. Allow me, please. So Tottenham Hotspur is going to draw with Manchester United. Everton is going to win Liverpool. So I'm going to be crowned champion next week.
Jesus.
Yes.
It can never happen. Everton. Oh God, forget that thing.
So those are my predictions.
Resha, is your own position. It's your own prediction. You are free.
So I'm going to be champion next week. Come on, you say it. So it's been nice having the podcast, Footy with Podcast. To all our listeners, we're on social media. We're on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is @FootyWit. We're on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is @footy_wit. And also we are on YouTube, where this podcast will be premiered. We're trying to come up with other podcasts where you can listen to us. We're trying to come up on Google Podcast. We're trying to come up on Apple and all that. So when that comes out, we'll be listing it out. We'll be listing it out to all our listeners. So it's been nice doing this with Samiat and Chibuzo. Samiat, the drill is, as we try to wind up, you just say something to your fans. You can share your social media handle where they can hook up with you, and we end the show. So with Samiat,
okay, thank you for having me, guys. It's been fun coming on the podcast tonight.
Ooh, it's been fun.
Chibuzo, next week we are going to make Anthony take back his words. So it's been fun having you guys tonight.
Do you have any social media handle you want to share?
On Twitter, I'm just at Sammy at ZHAMYAT. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. And on Instagram, same handle.
Please don't say that one is complex. We even try it. Okay, yeah, thank you guys for showing up. It's International Women's Day, and we did the magic. We brought that angle, that touch, that spice to the podcast this week. And it was interesting. Yes, have a great week of football, of sports. Thumbs up to Efia Jagba and Israel Adesanya. For doing well for Nigeria over the weekend. So see you guys next week. My handle still remains at CHAIBIZI.
Okay, guys, it's been nice doing this. Please stay hygienic, wash your hands regularly, 20 seconds. You can just hum the happy birthday song to wash your hands the whole time. Please, coronavirus, we don't want you in our country. Get out. We handled Ebola. We're going to defeat you. So my name still remains Ahis Anthony. My Twitter handle is at HEYHEES. It's not that complicated. Stay blessed and have a nice week ahead.
She had to laugh.